I never thought there would be a day where I would invite people into my bathroom, because that's something different. It's something special. And yes, I like to have local art in the bathroom. It reminds me of just how beautiful the body is. And it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what age that body is. They're all beautiful. And we need reminders around our home. But today, I want to talk about something that probably is going to send you back a little bit. But these are really good, easy tips. Today, we're going to get to doing the work immediately. Hello and welcome to Ladies Listen Up. I am your host, Gwendolyn, G.R. Houston Jack. Today's topic, as I stand in my bathroom, today's topic is about this vessel. This vessel that, for me, the good Lord has given me. The gray hair, the wrinkles, all of the skin, all that I am working with on a daily basis. How do we take care of it? How do we make sure that this car that we're going to be in for a little bit stays in tip-top shape? Now, there is no secret, I believe, that I'm not the biggest fan of plastic surgery. People need to do what they need to do for themselves. This is not a judging conversation. I don't care what you do. But for myself, I'm not a fan of plastic surgery. I don't get it. I don't fully understand. And I say that because when I think about how the good Lord has crafted me. Now, when I was in school, I was picked on all the time for my nose, all the time. People were like, you got a big nose, Gwendolyn, you got a. There was always that. So, for the longest time, I really thought, wow, I got a lot of nostril going on. But then I realized, looking at my family, I do very much have the Houston nose. It's there. But as I got older, I was like, but this fits my face. This fits me. Right? My ears are a little small, but I can hear, and I hear everything. Trust. I don't care how far you are. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, do y'all hear that? Y'all don't hear that going on like that? Like, I hears it all. So, when people talk about plastic surgery and adjusting what they don't like about themselves, I get it and then I don't. I get that it is so easy for us to put on something like a mask to make ourselves feel better, to cover up what's not really feeling good on the inside. Because you can change all of this, but whatever is not quite right in your heart, in your spirit, that doesn't go away. I don't care how much plastic surgery you have. But when we look at women specifically, and I do know that there are things for men that remind them that if you don't have any hair, women think you're old and women like to run their hand through your hair and blah, blah. Look, I don't have any hair either. Okay? My husband's just fine. But for women, there is this constant reminder how somehow we are supposed to keep the body we had when we were like in high school. Now, I don't want to go into the psychology of that fascination. I don't want to do it because this is not that show. But does it make sense? Does it make sense to anybody that a woman who chooses to have a child is supposed to still have the body, the elasticity that she had when she was a child? Can we make that make sense to us? But the magazines for years, Cosmo, Elle, Allure, all of them have told us you got to do these things to keep yourself looking young. When you're 20, you should start doing this. And when you're 30, you should start doing this. And when you're 40, you should start doing this. And then we did this whole mental thing where 30 is the new 20 and 40 is the new 30. And it's like, we do all the things, but the one thing that needs to be done, which is accepting the blessing of still being here and being able to get older. We never talk about that. Now, there have been some shifts. There have been some shifts that we are now discussing, embracing the blessing of getting older. We're embracing it. No, 30 is not the new 20. 30 is 30, 40 is 40, 50 is 50, and so on. And let's just go ahead and do a quick PSA. May I? May I? There's nothing really happening in your 20s. You are discovering who you are. If you go to college, you're going through the process of learning about yourself, learning how you work with others, preparing for a career. If you go to trade school, vocational school, you do the exact same thing, right? So if you're going to any kind of schooling, you're getting this extra layer of education. Beyond education, you learn about yourself because you're in some different environments with some different people on a different level. That's what 20s is. Ain't nothing going on. And I'ma say Ain't nothing happening when you're 20. Not a damn thing. Now, when you get to your 30s, if you have come out of your trade school, vocational school, college, you're going to get into your career. But it's not until you're like late 30s, early 40s that you're in your stride. You're like, okay, I see you. I'm doing things now. I'm living life. I'm traveling, I got a little network going. Yeah, 40s is when I felt we were really living life. My 30s were nice. They were kind to me. But 40s is when I was like in my groove. Because people couldn't tell me nothing. They couldn't tell me a thing when I turned 40. And keep in mind, let me just say this. I was rounding up. So when I turned 35, I was 35. But from 36 till I turned 40, I was telling folks I was 40. They'd be like, what, you're 40? Okay, so maybe I played the age game once or twice, whatever. Even now that I'm not 50, I just say, I'm 50. I'm like, why not? All right, let's get serious. So there are people who have told women for years to be something that they're not. And we see it in the movies, we see it in TV shows, that you can be the guy and you can have the gray hair and you're a silver fox. But if you're the woman with the gray or you're older, they want to push you out and put young Sally Sue in. It's ridiculous. But ask yourself again, why would we be afraid of getting older? So today we're going to talk about the one thing, not one. We're going to give you five ways to better aging. Okay, so let's get started. I bet you're saying, how does that chick have all this energy? Well, it comes from a lot of ways, okay? It comes from all the things that I'm going to talk about today. And so today, when we talk about doing the work is going to be these 5 tips. Like this is the work. And so, of course, I'm going to start in the bathroom and I'm going to talk about better aging. But let me give you this quick little tidbit here. Word choice matters. I don't believe in anti-aging. There is no way to anti-age. There are people right now trying to figure out how to live longer. I don't understand. We are here to do what we got to do. We live our purpose and then we take ourselves on home. But that's just me and mine, okay? I don't believe in anti-aging. Everything gets older. Your clothes get older, your shoes, your car, your food. everything is older. The sun does not discriminate, okay? If you leave your pool toys and your patio furniture outside, it was crispy brown in the summer, and by the end, it is like dry and just grayed out. Yeah, everything ages. We are not going to deny that. What we can do is age better. So when we talk in this episode, this conversation is about better aging. What can you do to appreciate and take care of the vessel you have today? Because that's what we're here for. We are going to take care of ourselves today. We're going to get into the work. And so we start with the bathroom, and we're going to talk about better aging skincare. So one of the tips I have about better aging, beyond changing the words, is some self-care. And I'm going to focus primarily on the face because that's what everybody sees first, right? It's like they're looking at your face. Now we can dip into the body, but I'm going to go with the face first. Now I typically, when I am filming any kind of videos or if I am speaking live, I typically come on with a bare face. I may have on my moisturizer, but other than that, I'm not traditionally wearing makeup. And even the makeup I do wear, it is still like a 5-minute face because I am not the person who wants to be all up in here. Gwendolyn has a thing about false lashes. I think they're beautiful on a lot of women. On these eyes, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. Now, I did wear some for my wedding. I did do that. But other than that, whatever the mascara gives me is what I am working with. So with that in mind, let me talk about where we are, again, me, myself, and I, in terms of taking care of my skin. Now, I am perimenopausal. We are a beautiful 49. You know what I'm saying? Like a girl is taking care of herself. But when it comes to my skin, I did notice once I turned, I'm going to say like maybe around 46. 46 is when the skin started doing some weird things. 47 was a hot mess. Like my face was peeling, it was scaly, it was super, super dry. I just couldn't figure it out. And the product I had used for a very long time just sort of stopped working. So I moved to Beekman 1802 because for me, it worked out with my skin fairly well. You have to do what's best for you and your skin. My skin is kind of sensitive at times, and this particular brand is good for sensitive skin. It's cruelty-free, it's clean. So again, it works for me. Now let's just talk really quick about better aging. What I also appreciate about Beekman 1802 is that they don't use the word anti-aging. And we have talked about words because words matter. Your word choice matters. We're not trying to not age. Everything ages. Your car, your furniture, paper, if you leave it out in the sun, those UVA, UVB rays, they have no discrimination. Everybody is impacted. Everybody. Leave a glass on a table for just 7 days. And when you come back, you'll notice there's a ring there. The lights in your home are also aging your furniture. Everybody ages. So it's not about not getting older. Getting older is a blessing. It means you're alive. It means you're living life, hopefully. So it's not to not age. It's just, how can I age better? How can I go into this next chapter with happiness and hope in my heart and joy and keeping that joy here? Like, we're not hiding wrinkles. I'm not hiding my gray. Now, when I cut my hair, you can't see the gray. I mean, it's so white. I look bald at times, but we leave it. This is what life has done for us. And it's great. We should celebrate that versus trying to hide it. Now, if you want to hide your gray, that's your business. We are not judging. None of this is about judgment. It's about doing what's best for you and your body and your face and your skin. That's what we're about. So, as I mentioned, Beekman 1802 is where I go. So I like to use their Bloom Cream. I think it's perfect for what I do. It's very simple. It's light. I don't need much. And I just recently started doing their Milk RX, which is an alternative to using retinol, right? Now we know what retinol can do. And for some people, it's extremely harsh on their skin. It kind of burns. So we don't want to do that. I'm going for something that's more light and easier on all of this because I don't want to go to a place of burning my skin. What I also like about Beekman 1802 is that they have a number of, they call them boosters. You may see them as serums. But again, they're using some natural ingredients to help take care of all the things. There's a collagen booster. There's the one with more goat milk. There's the one that works at night. There's one that takes care of your skin acting all kinds of wonky. It's like calamine lotion, if you will. So they have different things based on what you need to do. And when it comes to wearing any kind of cosmetics, there is a tinted moisturizer that has SPF. So I'm always looking at, okay, I'm about to go outside, but I want to be protected. And I don't know if you guys know, you probably don't, but the Bloom Cream doesn't have any SPF, but the tinted moisturizer does. So I mix those two together and we now have a protected face. And that's all we're talking about. So if Oil of Olay is your person, great. If you're using any of the Estee Lauder brands, perfect. What I want to say is this. Make sure you take time for your morning skin routine and your evening skin routine. We need them both. And that's where your sleep comes in. People underestimate how much sleep is important to aging better. The body needs to regenerate. Your brain needs to come down. Let all what's been going on with the day, let it figure itself out. Some of it oozes out to the pillow. Some of it stays in. You have all kinds of dreams. You're like, oh my God, I didn't resolve that issue. Yes, the body needs sleep. It needs to recharge. It needs to be renewed. So we have to have sleep, right? All of that comes into play. And while we're here and we're looking at this part of our body, I also want to add in there that taking care of your eyes. So if you're not getting your eye exam every year, I highly suggest that because that also could find other things that may be going on the inside. You can see a lot from just the eyes. I know it's the window to the soul. It's also the window to your health. So keep that in mind too. Get your eyes checked. And then work on your pearly whites. Take care of your teeth because there's things in here that can hurt stuff up here. You know, we're all connected. The body really is connected. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take care of all of it. But find your routine to turn down for the night. If you're using technology, I have a bedtime routine that at 9:30, the house starts shutting itself down. The phone goes from a nice, bright, beautiful colored screen to black and white and grayscale. It is the cue for Gwendolyn to put down whatever she's doing and prepare to go to bed. The lights turn themselves off. The little TVs turn themselves off. So there are ways to use your technology as well to help with your nighttime routine. Washing the face in the morning, getting ready for the day, and then cleaning your face at night, brushing your teeth, getting all the things together so you can get ready for the night and recharging. So that is just one other tip to age better. And I'll say this one last time. Whatever you're using in terms of your face or body lotions, do what's best for you, but do something. All right, so here's our next tip. Water. Your body needs water. You need water. All of this needs water. Now let's talk about it really quick. Because when I was a kid, I was taught that we needed 8-ounce glasses of water a day. That was then. Times have changed. And from the research I have done, we actually need about half of our body weight in water. So if you're not drinking enough water, trust, there's going to be some issues there. And water does impact so many things. Beyond your appetite, beyond keeping this regulating the way that it should, beyond impacting your skin and your elasticity, yes, water matters. So when we talk about better aging, I know that we can get caught up with drinking everything else. I myself happen to enjoy a little bit of champagne every now and then. And maybe something a little bit more robust. But I always make time for water. And keep this in mind. If you are out exercising, you now have to replace what you lost plus what you should have every single day. So if water is not part of your overall regimen for better aging, I urge you today to go ahead, get a glass, and start sipping. And yes, people have added cucumbers, they've added strawberries, they've added lemon, lime, whatever you need to do to make sure you get more in, do that. You can also use your technology to give you alerts when it's time to have another glass of water. But water is on our list of tips to better aging. All right, ready for our next tip? And this one, I know you're gonna say, but I already do that. I don't have time. Exercise. We have to move the body. Let me take it back. You don't have to do anything that your heart does not desire. You don't. But just like an old car that doesn't get to move, it tends to break down after a while. The tires don't do what they want to do. The brakes don't want to do what they want to do. Things have rusted, your oil, your engine. If you stay moving, your body will thank you for it. And I'm going to say it again. It's also good for your mind, your body, and your soul. Yes. Exercising gives you a chance to do all the things. Now, here's what I love about exercising. Real talk. Real talk. Not only am I working out my body to have a healthy heart. So when we talk about exercising, and you can do whatever, again, your heart desires. I like to power walk and jog. I used to run back in the day. I've done half marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, 15Ks, marathons. I've done it all. At this point, I like to power walk and jog a little bit. Because I'm just looking to keep the heart healthy. That's about it, right? Like there's really not much else that I'm concerned about. But that one thing. Physical results, it's a side benefit, but I'm not going for the summer body, the winter body. Forget that. We want a healthy body. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy heart. Now, when I get out in the morning, I have my music, because I be stepping it to the music, stepping it. I have my music going, my favorite shoes. And then I see my walking and running community. The same people I see every morning. They're like, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. And start making that first round and the music is hitting. By the time I get home, I feel like I can conquer the world. And typically, I do get a lot done once I get back. It feels good. You cannot help the little chemicals that are released when you exercise. So that is our next tip for better aging. Move your body. Exercise. So one of my other best tips for better aging is time for self, and time for self specifically to meditate or to be one with nature. Now, there are some people who don't believe that they have the capabilities to meditate. And I get it. It's a lot to calm the brain down. And when I started meditation, I thought, okay, how am I supposed to close my eyes and focus on one thing and shut out everything else? However, I was able to do it. And I would do it even on my lunch breaks at work. We just happened to have a lake on our property with benches by the lake, but I didn't even need the bench. I had blankets in my car. I would go sit by the lake, close my eyes, and just let everything fall away. I said that meditation is not your thing, because maybe it's not your thing. I would suggest, if that's not your thing, just a simple walk outside. The sun, as much as we like to complain about it, our body needs that natural vitamin D. And getting a chance to walk outside in some natural environment, get a little fresh sun and fresh air, it makes all the difference. For those of us who work from home, we should, and I hate using should, I'm going to use it here, we should give ourselves a break to get outside and get some vitamin D. Our body needs it. We need it. You may not think it makes a difference. It can change your overall feeling for the day, your energy level, your spirit. Go connect with nature. Meditate, get outside. All right, so here's the final tip for better aging. Here it is. Are you listening? Are you listening? Get you a hobby. And I'm going to also add this. Get you a hobby that you are not looking to make money from. You can't work every single day of your life. You can. I don't believe we should. There has to be a place where we come off of the hustle and bustle and we get to a place of, I am doing this for joy. I am doing this to relax. I am doing this to decompress. That's where your hobby comes in. That's why it's there. If your hobby becomes a business, it's not a bad thing, but you're working again. When exactly do you have time to just enjoy something for the simple, sheer reason of just enjoying it? Where does that come in? Enjoy your family and friends. Go out with your girlfriends. Go out with your grandbabies. Hang out with your mother, your aunties, whomever. Just like relax and chill for yourself. Do something for you. Now, you can work all your life, you can. But when exactly are you going to take the time to live this life that you were hustling and bustling for? When you're retired? If you get there. You better enjoy the fruits of your labor today, because tomorrow's not promised. Now, I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when you leave work, leave it. Create some time for you to enjoy what you get out of the bed for. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I have shared some tips, 5, to help us get better at aging. We talked about taking care of your skin, having a morning and skin routine. We talked about water and how it impacts your overall body. We talked about, well, although it's not a definite tip, we did talk about word choice. It is in there. But meditation, taking time to get centered, to calm the brain, and exercising for a healthy heart, because we need a healthy heart. And then enjoying hobbies. Do something just for you. Craft time for yourself. You have one life that you get to live every single day, provided you get up to live it. Now, if you got up this morning, you're going to say, thank you, God, for getting us up this morning. And then we go out to do what we have to do. And living is not about work. Yes, we have to work. We have bills to pay. But use that work to have a life that you enjoy. And walk confidently into your next era of life. If you're walking towards 43, I see you. If you're walking towards 33, I see you too, sis. If you're walking towards 53, 55, 68, 72, I see you. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. I mean, Jimmy Carter, isn't he like 100? Wasn't Bob Barker 99? Come on now. Come on. We got to get together. This is beautiful. Aging is beautiful. We are not anti-aging. We are better aging. And with that, I say this. Give yourself the space and grace to grow and learn. See you in the next one.